Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this 10 minutes webinar for the introduction of Dynacast. I'm Daphne, the Regional Sales Manager taking care of Southeast Asia. So please allow me to start the webinar. During this webinar, you will not be able to do any voice out or video. However, you can leave us any questions that you have either in the chat box or at the end of the webinar, where there will be a survey where you can fill out, and then from there we will respond to you individually. So please allow me to start. Okay, so Dynacast is actually under a Form Technology group of companies, and in Form Technology group of companies there is Dynacast, which is doing high precision die casting, Signacast doing investment casting for all the big parts and using different alloys. The part can be as big as the motorcycles frames, as well as for metal injection mold, Optimum doing metal injection molding, using doing stainless steels and having different customized blend. So Dynacast, who are we? Dynacast is actually a leading global manufacturer of small engineered precision components, and our headquarters is actually in North Carolina, USA. We are a 90 years old company, and we have 21 facilities in 19 countries, and they are divided into 3 regions: the Europe region, America region, as well as Asia. So Dynacast is using our own multi-slide proprietary machine that is manufactured in Germany, and it's only used in Dynacast. Besides the multi-slide technology that we have, we also uses conventional machines. And we do have our secondary processes operations in most of our facility, the capabilities to do CNC machining, sub-assemblies, as well as coatings. Surface coatings, some are done internally, some are done by our external suppliers, which has been working with us for the last 20 years. Most of our facilities are IATF 16949 certified, as we manufacture a lot of parts for the automotive industries. We are also 9001 because besides the automotive industries, we do the different other industries like medical, consumer electronics, hardware, industrial as well. So Dynacast, the different materials that we offer is 3 different material options: zinc, aluminum, and magnesium. For zinc, we have from Zamak 2 all the way to Zamak 8. Aluminium, we have the basic ADC 12, A380, as well as 413 material. And for magnesium, we only have 1 type of material. So in our process, we actually have the hot chamber process, which is for the multi-slide, where material are melt at a at a slow speed into the chamber, and then it is cast into the machine. And whereas for the cold chamber, it is a external melting, and then is transferred into the machine. That is for the conventional conventional die casting. So in terms of tooling, we have both the conventional and the multi-slide toolings, and some of our facility is able to do the toolings internally, but most of our facility has a tool shop that is able to do tooling maintenance throughout the mass production cycle. So for our machine tonnage, it ranges from a 4-ton machine to a 500-ton machine. And the maximum size, we are good. The multi-slide machine is good in doing parts as small as as small as our palm size, and then the biggest we can do for multi-slide is the size of our palm. Whereas for the conventional machine, the biggest maximum size we can do is like the size of an A4 sheet. Okay, so multi-slide, why we emphasize and specialize in multi-slide technology is because it's developed by Dynacast internally in Germany. And then for this particular technology, it can actually have a very fast cycle time. So some of the parts can be cast in 1 cycle per minute, 8 pieces, 8 shots per se. And then this is good for high volume production. Okay, and also it allows us to do complicated parts but cast out as one because of the multi-slides that we have. Next, you will see a video of the multi-slide technology. So what you can see is you have ball slider and then it comes together to produce the part. So this is done at a high speed so you can get more parts in per minute. So you can see the part has four slides, it comes together, it creates the part itself. Okay. So this is the actual machine running. Okay, so this is the global manufacturing locations that we have. We have 5 sites in US, and then we have 8 sites in Germany, and then the rest will be in Asia. So Asia, we have Japan as our sales support office. I mean, should you have any inquiries in the Japan market, you can always contact our salespeople in Japan. And in Korea, we have a factory that is doing both all the 3 materials, zinc, aluminum, and magnesium. And we have 2 factories in China, one in Suzhou that is doing only aluminum and zinc, and the other factory in Dongguan that is supporting zinc, aluminum, and magnesium. And we have the India market as well. India itself is self-sustaining, and they do majority production for the Indian market, but they do support a few customers outside India. So for India, they have aluminum and zinc. And Malaysia does only aluminum. They specialize in aluminum, and they do have their own internal capabilities of plating as well. So, and then Singapore and Indonesia is considered as one entity. And in Singapore, we do zinc, aluminum, and magnesium casting. And in Indonesia, we do aluminum and zinc casting. However, all the secondary process that is high labor intensive are actually done in Indonesia. So Thailand is just a sales office to support the market there, and Vietnam for now is a sales office, but there is plans for a upcoming factory in 2023. So anyone keen in having production in Vietnam can always reach out to us, and then we can actually work something out together with you. So next, I will go into the samples of what we have done in our track record so far. So for zinc, you can see that we are experienced in doing cosmetic parts like using Zamak 3, which is with satin chrome for the car steering wheels, and then it's highly cosmetic where a lot of secondary process on the buffing and surface polishing is needed before the chrome happens. And then we do for the door handle as well for automotive. So this uses Zamak 3, highly polished surface, and it's chrome. Car key fobs are a common product that we actually support the industry. So it's a very highly cosmetic part. It uses zinc and it has chrome plating, and they are able to also create hairlines on the zinc portion as well. Okay, so we also do internal parts like the emission housing for using Zamak 3 and with machining, because there are some precise area that needs to be machined. And we also do a lot of Zamak 5 seatbelt latch for internal, which is also with 100% inspection. Okay, and razor handles, highly cosmetic, uses Zamak 3 and with chrome plating, which needs machining, and we have a visual system to actually check the parts. So we also do a gold parter, which is using Zamak 8 and CA27 with chrome plating. And then internal functions for coupling on consumer printers using Zamak 2, which is for heat resistance and with tight tolerance of chromat. Okay, next we will show you some aluminum samples that we do. So we do a lot of engine cooling fan using the 413 material, which is good for thermal conductivity because it has high thermal TC values, and it's with insert molding of plastic as well. And a lot of LED heatsink for the headlamps of the automobile using ENAC 4430 material. So we also do a lot of waterproofing frames and covers for the waterproof cameras using ADC 10 material with black anodizing and also laser etching. Okay, and then we do a lot of the older products with enterprise class smartphone frames, ADC 12 with paint, overmolding, and sub-assemblies for our customers here in Asia. Mobile phone frames with ADC 12 chromat overmold with plastic as well. So we do have the overmold capability here in Asia, but not in all facilities. So highly cosmetic headphone parts, ADC 12 painting with laser etching, if you can see. These are very highly cosmetic and it requires a lot of secondary processes. Okay, next but not the least, not the last, magnesium samples. So magnesium, a lot of customers are actually moving into magnesium because it's lightweight. However, magnesium has its challenges because not all countries are allowed to do magnesium due to the high emission explosive when you do magnesium casting, if it comes in contact with air. Okay, so the only zinc material we use here is AZ91D. So for this, it's actually a cover housing and lens mount. And then this requires a lot of machining with black electroless nickel plating as well. And then we do a lot for drones, camera housing, because they need it to be very light. So drones is one of the product that uses a lot of magnesium because it's lightweight. And then our consumer tablets, because they want the tablets to be light, but yet they need the frame itself. So therefore, they do it in magnesium chromat and then over molding with other materials. Okay, and also last but not least, wearables, which is when you wear it on your hand, you want it to be light. Therefore, customers go for magnesium, which is lightweight and with e-coat. So that's all for our 10 minutes webinar today. So we would like to request for you to actually complete a survey for us, and then you can put in any questions that you have on the survey form. Then we will get back to you individually with a reply to your questions. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so you can see the link in the chat box, and you can click on the link and then submit this survey. So I'll give you like a minute to click on the link before we end this session. Thank you so much for spending time and taking time out of your precious busy schedule to attend this webinar. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day ahead. Bye-bye.